We got to execute the same game plan, Ronbo, as the Rams did. Let me tell you, the Rams gassed the Chargers up through the middle. They gassed them. They gassed them up. And they are weak in that middle. So I think if we go out and execute the same game plan as the Rams, pound that ball up the middle, our offensive line have got to help out. They've got to step up. They've got to.
Are you listening? Damn.
Ronbo Sports here representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide. How you doing, fam? I know, right? It's a good time to ask that question, too. How are you doing, really? I know, devastated by what happened against the Kansas City Chiefs. We've lost the franchise quarterback for the rest of the year, and on and on and on in sadness. Nobody feels sorry for us, fam. We got to continue. There's 13 weeks of football left. You can't quit yet. I was talking to a member of the Empire the other day, made me laugh so hard. I bet big money against that Raider game. Keep that money on that game. No problem. Don't renege on any bets. You cannot withdraw, and I'll stick with it. Here's the thing. I'm watching Kyle Shanahan talk, and he's making me feel a lot better. Do you see the intensity in his eyes? Kyle's sitting there saying, I have all the faith in the world in CJ Beathard. He's this, he's that. Kyle just goes ahead and lists out a whole bunch of pluses, right? And then afterwards, CJ gets on and says, yeah, a lot of people out there are doubting, but he's such a soft-spoken guy. But CJ's tough, and you know it. And I know. People are saying, give me a break with the tough. I want to know how well he plays football. Fam, I just want to say this about that. You know what? Last year when CJ came in, the team was, what would we put it? If we were going to rate it between 1 and 10, where would you put the team when CJ came in midway through the season? Probably around 5 or 6, maybe, right? The team progressively got better. Shannon pointed that out as well. The team progressively got better toward the end of the season. By the time Jimmy G got there, all that young group that had came in and replaced some of the veterans and some of the guys rookies and all those guys that came in, they started to grow and get better. And that group is now a few more months even better. CJ's coming into a situation now where he's got a solid run game. He's coming into a situation where now he's got receivers that are going to be a little more on his page. The only thing he has to work on, and he knows it, he said, I've got to process faster. I've got to get the ball out quicker. He knows that. Everybody knows that. You saw that shot he threw into the end zone to George Kittle to end the Kansas City game, of which we were robbed in. Kansas City fans, man, y'all tell you what, man, don't keep atting me. I'm telling you, man, Anyway, that was a touchdown. The referee blew that call. Even Dean Blandino came in and confirmed he blew the call. I don't feel like getting mad again, but listen, that is why I'm starting to believe that CJ's going to be just fine, all right? And as I say, he's got confidence. Kyle's got confidence. Fam, who are we to say we don't believe? Got to get behind these guys. That's what we do. I'm staying in there. 13 weeks of football left. I ain't about to say. I know, man, people have been hunting about the draft and asking me about this and that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't want a high draft pick unless it's, by accident. Maybe we trade up for one. But I do like that Bosa boy. I would love to see him coming off the edge. Even Joey says his brother's a beast. and that dude over in Clemson, dude comes off their edge pretty rough, too. Hey, stop. I don't want to talk about the draft. Let's talk about the game coming up this weekend with, should I call them the San Diego Chargers? Because, L.A. don't even want them. You know what I heard? L.A., as far as that game goes, if you're going to that game and you're down in SoCal, I think they were talking about you. They're saying expect more 49er fans at that game than Charger fans. So that's what I'm saying. We cannot give this up yet. Let us not call the 49ers finished at least until after this game. Let CJ show you what he's got. He may have grown since last year. The game's going to be run heavy anyway, is my prediction. He's going to have to throw a few passes here and there to loosen things up, because you have to in order to get a run game going. You got to keep that defense honest. If all you got to do is sit back and pin their ears and stack the box, of course, they're going to kill us. But otherwise, CJ here. CJ's got a nice deep ball. we'll see coming up this weekend because they're working on some things now. You know, midweek, they got to rush down. Now, hey, let's talk about the Chargers, though. Pass rush. Chargers pass rush is, Joey Bosa must have meant more to that team than anybody could have imagined. Now, all of a sudden, they're so-so. Melvin Ingram, what happened to you, man? We were trying to trade for you a couple of years back. You look like poop. I can't. Ingram's Brandon Mebane. That's the toughest guy on that defensive rush. Very strange. I hope that continues. I make that conclusion due to the fact that I saw what they did against the Rams. Not saying that the 49ers offensive line is to compete with the Rams, and they might. As far as the run game goes, I'd put our guys up against the Rams run game. We got the lead rusher in the league, all right? But anyway, I'm not going to make that comparison, but I do know the pass rush from the Chargers is not all that. It may give us some leverage to do what we want to do. And from there, I go to the linebackers. Okay, you got Denzel Perryman. Denzel hits pretty hard. He's not bad. He's not great, but his pass coverage, not well. All right. And also they got Nwosu, who I had him in my mock draft last year. Oh, I want me some cheated Nwosu. But he's in Chargerville, and he's not bad. He looks like a rookie. He makes a few mistakes. He's late on some things and making bad judgments. And also they got Kaiser White, who's got an attitude problem, a good football player. Keep an eye on him. He's really aggressive. So we'll see what he looks like this weekend as well. But the fact of the matter is, they can be exploited across the middle. I did notice that. Jared Goff, I know CJ's not Jared Goff, but that middle is kind of soft. They're not really bang, bang, boom, boom, right? So maybe that's just the Achilles of that team, right? And then also you look at secondary. Casey Hayward, bro, he's going to take one of our guys out. Probably. And it's usually going to be Garcon. This is one of the things I like about Garcon the best. Pierre draws every team's best defensive back or corner. So I think our other guys can tear apart the rest of their secondary. I'm trying to put my head in Kyle's mind, you know what I'm saying? The guy to worry about that secondary is Derwin James. Derwin James is a force. He leads that team in sacks. I watched him get an INT the other day. I'm not sure how many INTs he's got, but Derwin James is a secondary force. We got to work around him. Oh, Raymond, I know you enjoyed that. Raymond wanted Derwin James in the draft so bad he got in arguments with people. So, the secondary can be exploited, but we got to get the run game going first. All right, now you look at offensive line play. Oh, man, I tell you, their offensive line... Man, this is a worry. Since I'm going to be honest with you. The Chargers offensive line, they kept that rampaging dual Hulk rush from the Rams. They kept him at bay all day. Ndamukong Suh finally got in for a sack. I think it's his first of the year. In fact, it was his first of the year. But Aaron Donald, no go. Aaron Donald, they said all day they told Aaron, no mas, which means no more. I love watching Aaron Donald get frustrated. He's sitting there after all that trouble he caused all year. He's out of shape. He's not ready to play. So they kept him in check. They don't have an edge rush. See, there's some similarities between the Rams and us when it comes to that rush. Not as far as the interior play, but the Chargers were able to keep him out the whole game along. So you cannot not rush Phillip Rivers. This is just the fact that even I cannot step and sugarcoat. If we don't get to Rivers with at least some exotic blitzes or something like that, we are going to be in trouble because the secondary we already lack. Man, we already lack Richard Sherman. Fam, I love Rich. I really do. I'm wearing a shirt today, as you can see. Fam, did you notice something really bizarre? And somebody pointed that out to me the other day. They said, did you notice the 49ers secondary got better against the Chiefs after Rich left the game? I have a theory on that, though. I got to tell you, here's what I'm thinking. Richard Sherman leaves the game, and now, instead of attacking one side of the field where they were very productive, they start trying to open up the offense. That took the heat off of one side of the field, which is a plus. This is why we've got to get stronger on the other side of the field because Sherman's coming back in 2 or 3 weeks. we've got to stop giving that option. Teams have got to have to pay for not going to Sherman. So there, Kansas City stopped after one time. Remember that play? I mean, Tyreek Hill's racing down the field. I thought Sherman was beat to death. Rich comes in like a ghost, slaps that down to the ground. Tyreek Hill's racing there. What? I had him beat by a mile. They thought they was going to run that go route that Marquis Goodwin smoked Rich on during practice early in the season. No! And they never went back to Rich again. They continued to work the other side of the field and the middle, and that's where they got all their stuff. Travis Kelce. So you see, we have some adjustments to make. I hope they do make them this week, at least to a bigger degree, because the Chargers are not the Kansas City Chiefs. We should be doing better against them defensively. God, in the run game, Melvin Gordon, he's an east-west runner. The last thing you want to do against the San Francisco 49ers is run east-west. I got Freddie Warner over there. Notice I didn't say Reuben Foster first. I got Freddie Warner. You run east-west. That's exactly what he wants you to do. 28 tackles on the season in 3 games. You know who's in second place next to Freddie? I'm talking DeForest Buckner's got 10. Freddie's like number 3 in the NFL. Go ahead, run east-west. They can't run north-south very well either. The 49ers are actually in the top 10 against stopping the run. You know what's really funny about that? The 49ers are having problems tackling, right? Yeah, we all know it. It's no secret. Everybody's embarrassing us about it everywhere. You go to talk to other teams' fans. Yeah, you guys tackle like a bunch of little girls. What if the 49ers are ranked that high as far as the run? What if they would tackle better? I wonder how we'd have to be top 5, right? All right, Solid's going to work on it. And you saw what happened in the game, right? Did you see when Kyle Shanahan walked down and talked to Robert Saleh? Did he look like he was happy? And you could read his mind. You couldn't see his lips. You could just see him. He's like, listen, you got to do something about that. I know he's talking about that tackling. What's up, Robert? What's up, Robert? Give us some help with this, man. Reuben, I gave Reuben the bye on this because Reuben missed 4 tackles that day. Reuben's timing may be a little off. He's been out for a length of time, but tell you what, 49ers were missing tackles while Reuben was at home watching the game right with us. So it's not about that. And look for Reuben to be a little sharper this week, as he was last year. Reuben came in against the Dallas Cowboys last year. He wasn't razor sharp. The following weeks after that, though, it'll be a competition between him and Freddie in a little while. So I ain't worried about that. Tight ends and receivers. The Chargers have 16-year veteran Antonio Gates. Gates looks good. I don't know that. The dude is huge, and he moves well. So he's going to be a weapon for Phillip Rivers. And we've got to be able to hold. That's what I'm saying. You got to put pressure on him, make him make some bad throws. All right? And also, Keenan Allen is a bad dude. Mike Williams has come around in his second year with. I just hope our secondary is ready. I don't even know. I wish I could get into Robert Saleh's head and see what he's got in mind. Or Jeff Hafley. What are you guys going to do? You got to do something. All right, listen, fam. Let us not dwell upon things that don't necessarily have to. Maybe they won't look that good that day. We can hope and wish and pray. Or maybe we play such an offensively controlled game that none of this really matters. Like we did against the Kansas City Chiefs in the second half. I was so impressed. If they could bring that game back one more time and for the rest of the year, get some confidence, I think we'll be okay. Fam, I want to collect some of your opinions on what's going on in the state of the San Francisco franchise. I got one of your favorite guys and one of mine. Let's go check him out right now. Fam, in these troubled times, I thought I'd bring you a special treat today. Your dude and mine, that's the T-R-E-Z. It's Trez. Trez. What's happening, fam?
What's happening, Ronbo? What's going on?
You know, Trez, if you'd asked me that question 3 weeks ago, I'd have been all bubbles and everything else. And I'd have been, like you always say, hold on, wait a minute. Ronbo, sprinkle some red and gold in it.
Put some red and gold
kind
up
of
in
red and gold in it. Boy, just throw some on me. You know? Now, Trez, all of a sudden, and you notice what Trez is wearing a Jimmy G jersey. Here I am watching, I'm wearing the Richard Sherman jersey. Both of these guys are out. Trez, this is not how we planned this season, all right? See, because Jerick McKinnon, I never even got a chance to buy his jersey. So, this is really like, Trez, look at Trez's body. He needs to be the and conditioning coach over in Santa Clara. Our guys are dropping like flies for the second year in a row. And here we are again talking about, well, we ain't got this guy, we ain't got this guy, and we ain't got this guy. Trez, man. Trez, I got to tell you, though, Trez, otherwise, how you doing, baby? Everything all right?
I'm great, Ronbo. Recovering from kidney stone surgery, but outside of that, I'm great. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get back out there and join the fellas on the team.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's do it.
And they need it, too. Trez, here's the irony of the first thing I want to ask you about. Last year, CJ went down. Jimmy G.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy G comes out on the field. All we know is he's pretty good. We've seen him play a couple of times in, last year and the year before last, should I say. And while he was with New England, playing against Arizona and Miami, he looked good. And everybody says, well, he's probably a plug-and-play player. Anybody can play a Belichick system. But the strange thing is, CJ goes down to injury. Boom. And then here comes Jimmy G. Touchdown, Jimmy G, almost immediately. Crowd goes wild. And then they hush quiet because they couldn't believe it. This year, Jimmy G goes down, CJ comes in, and he throws a touchdown, one of the prettiest shots in the end zone you're ever going to see. And the ref said no, but still it was a touchdown, and everybody know it. Dean Blandino came in. As they called him in, the Fox Network referee consulted, and he said he shouldn't have made that call. There was nothing wrong with what Juszczyk was doing. Or should I say Juszczyk? Juszczyk was doing. It was a bad call.
Right.
49ers lost on that one.
Correct.
So now, here he comes. CJ comes-ish. He comes right on in the same path, same red carpet as Jimmy G. Jimmy G makes everybody around him better. We all know this. But has CJ matured enough? Has he learned anything since last year that, Trez, are you going to trust him? You think he can do this?
Ronbo, I'm gonna put CJ on a short leash. I hate to say it, but Ronbo, honestly, like I was saying on the previous show, what we signed up for. We signed up to see an exciting team this year. We signed up to see Jimmy Garoppolo take the ham. He's a pro's pro. He sat behind one of the greatest of all times to ever play this game.
Yes.
Not the all-time greatest, because that'll be Joe Montana. I'm going to stand by him. But he sat behind a guy and learned what it was like to watch and be mentored by a champion. And we had such high hopes for that, man. I felt that this would have been a great year for CJ to sit behind Garoppolo and learn, from him, and mature, develop as a second string quarterback, possibly starter 1 year, one day. But none of that is happening now. CJ is being thrown back into the fire once again. You know what I'm saying? With minimum experience. So this is the cards we were dealt, the hand we must play from this time going forward. So
it's a scary thing, and I agree with you. It's hard for CJ to, we can believe in him and all that other stuff, but the bottom line is, he needs some maturity. He needs some added reps, and he needs to be in the fire a little longer. But he's going to get a lot of games this year, apparently, as long as he stays healthy. Trez, you know what I'm thinking? With the run game developing a little better than it was last year, could it be that Shanahan rewrites the book a little bit here, and he makes the Alfred Morris and, of course, Matt Breida, as of this hour, the tied for the league lead running back. Could they do a little more heavy lifting just to maybe make it a little easier? Because I'm a little concerned with them stacking the box now. If they think there's not a quarterback back there that they can really be afraid of, they're going to stack the box and try to stop the run. But if CJ can loosen them up just a little bit, just to allow that run, what do you think?
I'm thinking that you're dead on with that, Ronbo. We're going to have to rely heavily on the run now, the run game, and we're going to have to stay out of those third and long situations. You know what I'm saying? That goes on like from first to second down. We gotta be in between that 5 to 6 yard range. You know what I'm saying? Come third down, because we cannot be in third and long with CJ, because all they're gonna do is stack. Teams are gonna stack the box on us, and they're gonna send the house, and they're gonna tell us, hey, make CJ beat us with his arm, and they don't think that he could do that. And that's how we're going to be played going forward. Yeah. Cal got to dumb it down this offense. Yeah. CJ's got to get in the playbook and execute smart plays. And what I mean by smart plays is Cal got to, one, depend on the run game heavily. Secondly, keep the short to inner range, medium range passing for CJ. You know what I'm saying? Crossings, wide receiver screens out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? We got to get creative with CJ. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I'm a little peeved about, even though CJ can throw the deep ball, is that he don't have that rapport with Keys like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't on the same page right now with each other. So I think our deep threat is going to suffer behind that.
But you know, Keys said that shot downfield with the Giants. The Giants secondary is a little questionable, but he does throw a nice deep pass when he does get it off. I don't know that they'll probably be waiting on that, because they're probably thinking the book on our CJ maybe his mid-range game is probably somewhere between a little above average, maybe average, but he can actually throw pretty well deep. But then that's going to have to be a schemed-up situation where, as Keith got loose that day against the Giants, I think that was a pure scheme, because I don't know what in the world. He was out there all by himself, just him and the safety, and that ain't no match for any safety in the NFL. So I'm thinking, they got a book on that too. So, what's the option? What's the alternative there, though?
Well, I think the alternative there is just hard work in practice. I mean, those two got to really, get to know one another, man, really. Because, you got to think about it. This whole offseason, Keith and Jimmy, even in camp, you know how quarterbacks and wide receivers get the little nuances with each other. You know what I'm saying? I hold this up. You know what that mean? You know what I'm telling you? I tell you, jet one or something like that. I hold my one finger up. You know what that means? And he, that's just something those two are going to have to, work hard to get. It's not going to happen in 1 week. I can tell you that. No. We just got to dumb it down the playbook. We got to execute the same game plan, Ronbo, as the Rams did. Let me tell you, the Rams gassed the Chargers up through the middle. They gassed them. They gassed them up. And they are weak in that middle. So I think if we go out and execute the same game plan as the Rams, pound that ball up the middle, our offensive line have got to help out. They've got to win. They've got to step up. They got to. And if they can because if we could dominate the game in the run game, that'll open up the short to intermediate passes easily. I was
just getting ready to ask you about the Chargers, because see, and what this brings you to, Trez. Now, what you just mentioned, Lord knows that's going to be effective, because like you said, that just happened. What I'm concerned with is, can that defense please come to work this Sunday? Trez, they came out there and they played a half a football game. What would have happened had they played a whole football game?
Ronbo, you know what? They've done that so far all season. I don't think they played 4 quarters of football yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen complete 4 quarters from our defense yet. We was missing Ruben. Fred was out there trying to do it by himself. You know what I'm saying? We get nothing out of Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a shame, man. We signed players that we shouldn't have signed. The defense looking horrible on the back end, the secondary. Now you got your veteran out, anchor of the defense per se. He's out now. Calf, I mean, what's that, 3-4 weeks maybe? Yeah. So, we got to tighten it up fast, man, because look at here. These boys we're about to face, Ronbo, they ain't no joke.
I know.
Look, let me tell you something. Gates, you know what I'm saying? Allen, Mike Williams, Gordon. Come on, Ronbo.
That's some big dudes, man.
Come on.
I tell you. And all of them are prolific, too. They continue to score. The Rams did a good job of defense. I have to give them credit on that.
Oh yeah. But they kept everything, they kept the passing game short to intermediate passes, and they was running some jet sweeps and some wide receiver screens and some screens. Caught them straight off guard.
That jet sweep, they work that to a charm, don't they? It confuses defenses to death. But we've seen it enough now for the last 3 weeks. I can't. Salah's hard to trust. I'm not sure is he going to have a remedy for this. Because if they're running around out there pointing at each other and saying, looking at each other like, it was your fault. I was your fault. I'm doing my job. They're out there arguing, look like stooges. I hope we don't see that this weekend, Trez.
Oh, man, I hope we don't either, Ronbo. Because I tell you like this. As far as Salah, you know how I feel.
I know.
I've made that perfectly clear. Salah needs to go. Straight up. Salah needs to go.
Trez, who would you replace him with, though? I mean, that's my only problem is if they're going to stick with the 4-3, you're going to bring another 4-3 coach in. You're going to bring a 3-4 back in. My problem is I don't want to see this defense learn a new defense every year. We've learned a new defense every year since 2014, and that's why part of the reason why they look like butt.
Well, this marriage that we have right now with Salah Ronbo, and just to be honest, I mean, I want him fired, but do you fire him at this point? No, you don't, because guess what? It's too early, and we have to go. We have to play this dance all the way to the end. Man. We just got to, because you know what I'm saying. Maybe we can find a great coordinator. Take a look at some of the teams. You know how when you get whoever advances to the Super Bowl, that staff get looked at real close. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you might have a guy there that's an up and coming good defensive signal caller, been in the league quite some time, just and ready to take that next step. But we might offer somebody who's already outstanding defense coordinator that's looking to make a move. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I just say I hate to say it, but we almost married to Salah to the end of the year.
It looks that way.
It is what it is.
Oh God. Yeah. Trez, you got to give me a score on this, Trez. Who's going to win this game? This I love asking Trez this kind of question because Trez is going to be perfectly honest about it.
I'm going to keep it real, Ronbo. You know me, I'm going to keep it real. 27-17, Chargers, all day long.
I knew it was coming.
All day long. All day long, Ronbo. Look, I'm going to tell you something. We're going up against Phillip Rivers. Yeah. Phillip Rivers is what? He's a gunslinger. Phillip Rivers is going to sling that ball, man. Our secondary is our weakest part of our defense.
Yes, especially now.
We're just not getting no pressure. The only reason we're not getting any pressure because we're only sending for a rush.
Yeah. All the time. So, we never do anything else.
Right. Never do anything else. So we're not scheming up to stack the box, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to stack the box against us. They're going to tell us, hey, CJ is going to have to beat us with his arm. Because you know what? We're going to stack the box. And if they keep and if we go out handing that ball off and we only getting 1 and 2 yards, we're going to be into some long third down situations, man. And we're going to be 3 and out. So I just only see us putting up 17 points with CJ. You know what I'm saying? And because Phillip Rivers is going to sling it all over the field, man. And let me tell you something. Gordon seems like he if we can contain the corners, because I watched him, he only runs, east and west. Yeah. He's not a north-south runner.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if we can contain him, you know what I'm saying, maybe we stand a chance. But if we don't contain him and he gets loose to running that east and west and turning upfield, we're in trouble.
He ain't gonna do it.
We're in trouble.
Trez, I'm telling you, he ain't gonna do it. Ruben will be back this week. Ruben was only last year. Ruben did the same thing. Came in against the Cowboys. He looked a little rusty. His timing was off. Some of them torpedo shots he takes, he missed about 2 or 3 in this last game. Ruben doesn't miss those shots this week. If you run east and west, it should be absolute suicide against the 49ers when you have guys like Fred and Ruben on that field at the same time. I'm going to go with the 49ers on that one. They'll stop you.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, Ronbo, for me, Cal needs to learn to, I saw a little undisciplinary in the Chargers defense. Ooh. So, if he can work a couple of hard counts in there, because the Rams was able to draw them off sides a couple of times. Right. So if they could practice that this week, and I'm pretty sure they're going to watch that film, the Rams game, because our offenses are so similar. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if he can incorporate that and CJ can work that, man, it's all about execution, man. Like I said, for me, CJ is going to be on a short leash. Yeah. Because I always said this right here: if we're not winning with you, go to the next man up. And hey, Nick Mullins lit it up. He lit it up.
That's
he lit
true.
it up in the preseason, Ronbo. He's a gunslinger. The guy trained in the offseason with Brett Favre. Hey, that's one of the best they ever did.
Old Miss
so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so people can say what they want about Brett. He threw more interceptions than he threw touchdowns. Hey, man, the man's going to the Hall of Fame.
He's already
he's going to the Hall of Fame. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I never had any problem with that because people talk about Jimmy G the same way. Hey, he's got 5 touchdowns and 5 INTs. I don't understand, do you? Listen, let me tell you one thing. I was getting that argument. Jimmy G threw the ball where it was supposed to be. There was players that weren't supposed to be where they were, okay? And that's why the defense was standing there waiting on the pass because we got guys falling down. We got guys have the nerve to come back to the dugout, or should I say baseball, come back to the sideline talk about, Coach, I'm sorry, you ran the wrong route. What are you doing? You know, I ran the wrong route. A grown-ass man in the NFL ran the wrong route. I see. Okay, that's got to stop. See, well, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And our defense got to play. Our defense got to come out and play disciplined ball, man. They just got to.
4 quarters.
They look horrible in that last game, man. That's too much penalties. And a lot of those penalties we didn't commit. And the ones that we did, we were supposed to catch a break on. Hell, they call an offset penalty. Yeah. Come on, man. Those referees, they damn near was on Kansas City payroll, man. I was looking for somebody to put the camera on when they went in the locker room to get their damn check. Wow. Because Kansas City damn sure paid them for a few of those calls.
Well,
that's the bottom line.
You see it at the end of the game, Andy Reid, they over there laughing and clowning, Andy Reid slapping the ball in the butt. They doing? Mm-hmm. How long they been knowing each other? Yeah. See, okay, that's, you know what? If that's what it takes to win, because the 49ers did hold them down to 3 points in that second half, I was impressed with that. I said, you know what? If they would have played 4 quarters of football, just think what would have happened. And if the offense would have came out and played 4 quarters of football, if the 49ers ever realized when you travel to the East Coast, the time changed. So if you don't wake up until a certain hour every day, you need to set your clock or do something different because you guys didn't wake up until the second half. It's too late, Niners. Too late.
Yeah. I think Kyle went in there and had a long talk with some guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't nice.
Basically, the whole defense, probably. Yeah. And Salah.
Yeah.
And, and tell them to get off their ass, man. Fire off the ball. Come out like you take some pride in your job, man. Take some pride in playing with the SF shield, because we just out there, man. We just out there. So, like I said, keys to the game, man. Defense, discipline, stay out of the penalties. Offense, got to be efficient, got to execute.
There you go.
That's it. That's it. And we got to stay out of third down and long. That's just the bottom line, man, because like I said, we're going up against some heavy hitters, and like I said, Phillip Rivers is a gunslinger, and he gonna do it. And the thing of it is, when Jimmy G was out there, man, everybody believed. Yeah. They believed. Yeah. We got to keep that same intensity, man. We got to rally around CJ. But like I said, I am keeping CJ on a short leash because, like I said, if he don't show us anything, Ronbo, Nick Mullins was already pushing him for that second string spot. So hey, let's see what we got in this kid, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt, man. I mean,
Well, there you go. There's Trez with the gospel truth as usual. Trez, with that said, man, hey, Trez, it's 27-17. You lose by 10. What was your score?
That's my prediction. 27-17.
27-17. All right.
Yeah.
There it is, Phil.
Yeah. Well, but I got one question for you.
Go ahead.
Why is it that? And I think why is it that when our players leave us, they go and play hellified football somewhere else? Did you see Vance McDonald for the Pittsburgh Steelers stiff arm that dude all the way down to the ground
and push him and then throwing him on the ground?
Yeah.
I watched it 3 or 4 times, man. Yeah. I told everybody.
Eli Harrow over there, he the sack master now. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? What? It's like I don't know. We passing out some welfare check or something, Ronbo. I mean, I ain't got to do nothing over there. You know what I'm saying? I can just pick my check up, go on home. You know what I'm saying? Then we get rid of them, and the next thing you know, hey, I got to play for my career, man. My job's on the line.
You're right.
What the hell are we doing?
Every last one.
When we send them out of here, all of a sudden they want to play football. I don't understand.
What's the wide receiver that couldn't stay healthy? Is over in Texas. Bruce. Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce Ellington.
Bruce Ellington.
Yeah, Bruce Ellington.
Bruce Ellington found his way back on the IR, but you're right. Bruce Ellington went over there and played hellified football, making leaping athletic catches up against us. Actually, that touchdown he got, that was us.
Right. What was that? What was that when you were playing with us? What? I don't understand it, man. I don't understand. I guess we're passing our welfare checks.
Michael,
we're allowing these guys to get away with too much.
Michael Davis went over.
Not performing.
Well, you're right, but Michael Davis went over to Seattle. He looked good, but Will Hoyt looked average. He looked, special. But you're right. You can look around the league, and like you say, now we got Eli Harold sacking us. It doesn't make any sense. Trez, it'll get better.
Sack master.
Yeah.
got two sacks last game, something like that. Hell, he was out there looked like a beast. I said, what? Who is this dude? What? Where he come from?
I wish I knew. And and how about Trent Brown? Trent Brown is all pro. He's over there protecting Tom. He wasn't that bad when he's playing with us.
Man.
I really have a problem. I thought it'd be nice if we could have kept him. And if you want to go get McGlinchey, go ahead. But I mean, Staley's not going to stay with us another. Joe's got another year or so. We could have had Trent on one side. We could have McGlinchey on the other.
Ronbo, I'm gonna say this right here. Now I know I caught a lot of flack with my pick with Solomon Thomas.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say right now, Solomon has underperformed tremendously. I expected big things out of Solomon, but you know my policy.
Trez, don't do it.
3 years.
Trez, don't do it.
3 years.
Oh,
3 years.
He's gonna do it.
My policy is 3 years.
Oh.
You got to show something.
Oh no.
Now, but what I'm getting at, what I'm getting at is that one, these 3-year players that hadn't shown anything, and that includes Solomon when he's going on his 3rd year, and he continues to not. Hey, I think it's time to turn the table, turn the book, turn the cover, turn everything. It's time because Armstead. What have we gotten out of Armstead, man?
Broken arm. I believe he had a broken arm, a shoulder injury, and a few minutes of football. And those few minutes of football are questionable. That means next year you talk about a trade. I'm thinking draft night. The 49ers could go buck wild. By the way,
I mean, if these guys don't fit what we're trying to do, let's go ahead and get rid of them while we can, and not be stuck in a bad marriage with a player. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line.
Oh, wait a minute,
and that goes for Solomon.
Wait.
That goes for everybody because I think I think the McGlinchey pick, none of us seen that coming. Yeah. And I think that was a pick that could have waited till next year.
Think so?
I really do. I think we should have went a different direction with that first pick than what we went. And I think Cal needs to stay out of drafting players for right now. I don't.
You know what?
I don't like what he's doing. Yeah. So who's next man up in place of Sherman?
See, it scares me to death to even think about that. We don't have anybody else. Tavares Moore is not ready yet. And you already know about Jimmy. Jimmy's going to be playing in his place, right? On the other side of the field, I think they're going to put Akello back over the other side. They want him to get his confidence back up from what I'm reading. So it's going to be Akello, Jimmy. In the box is going to be Anton Exum. And behind him is going to be DJ Reed. So we're in trouble.
DJ Reed.
Yeah, we got, like you say,
Phillip Rivers
is just licking his chops, you know? That's what you guys going to do?
That's why I have.
Let's go.
That's why I have 27. That's why I have 27-17. And maybe a little worse. Maybe 35-17. But I'm just going for the Lord.
Stop, man. I'm not going to follow his pattern. Trez, you know what? You're having fun with this, I know. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye to Trez because he's way out of line. And Trez, give it a shout out. Trez, 3, 2, 1.
Niners! Yeah!
27. He's giving up 35. God.
Hey, shout out my tag team partner, Ronbo. Shout out to Mike, the Hitman Hard. Shout out to Vader. Shout out to Razor. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Ronbo, I did give Razor his money for his hat. So, Razor, I expect you to go buy that
hat. Thank you, Trez. Always a good time. And I'll see you on Red Gold Radio. In fact, Trez is a regular on Red Gold Radio. If you're suddenly in love with the Trez, man, you can check him out on the weekend. Trez will show up. He shows up on Red Gold Radio. He's always got an opinion that's fun. Fam, you used to be hilarious. I was checking out. You know, we're supposedly scheduled for prime time, right? I know. You know, they're arguing already. The networks are already arguing. They're saying, okay, we got the 49ers against the Chargers. That was already scheduled for, I mean, they were going to make it a nationally televised game. And also, though, you got the Cleveland Browns versus the Raiders. Now, never gonna say, oh, we like that Baker Mayfield boy and them Cleveland Browns. We think that's going to be a better game now that Jimmy G ain't here. We're going to lose face on this for the next few weeks, man. I'm telling you right now. And also, there is the Steelers game versus the Ravens, of course, because the Ravens always play the Steelers tough. And it's a rivalry that goes way back. But remember, we were like in the driver's seat at first. I don't know what they're gonna do. So if you're somewhere other than California, you might not see the game. I don't know. Maybe they should stick to the contract. We had a contract with them. You gotta show CJ. We don't want to hear it. And CJ may look good. I am looking for him to look good because CJ's taking this personally. I just know it. He's a soft-spoken, he's a polite guy. He's not gonna sit there and say, yeah, well, you know, people gonna talk about and hate on me just because of what happened last year. I got news for him. If CJ came up with an attitude, how much in love would the entire country fall with him? And then he comes out there and backs it up. Come on, CJ, you got our support, man. The Niner Empire's right behind you. I'm like, Trez, I love you, man, and you know our relationship is strong enough that I can disagree with you. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going along with losing this game. I know the odds are stacked against us and we should be getting ran off the field. I'm not doing it. I have never, ever doubted the 49ers for one game, even when we went 2-14. When we went 6-10, I don't care. Hey, I'm saying this. The 49ers win this one. It's gonna be tough, but they get tough and they're like a wounded animal. They're gonna fight back and win 27-24 Niners. Yeah, I said it, and I mean it. I don't care if you argue with me. Go down in the comments, call me delusional and everything else. I don't care. Niners, 27-24. Don't let me be right. I'll be hunting you down. Ooh. Can't wait for this game. Come on, CJ. Fam, don't leave without hitting that like. Share. Please share. And don't forget to subscribe so I can call you later for more of these talks. We're going to make it through this together, fam. We can do this. I'm telling you, we're going to make it. Jimmy! All right, pull yourself together. Maestro, count me down before I have a full nervous breakdown.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Niner!
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, Maestro. Wait. I forgot. I'll be in your face at your place, too. And you know this. Oh!